Welcome in, everyone. I'm SquishableMoon, your shooting star worm on a string enthusiast with a ranch addiction and fewer brain cells than your common garden snail, and welcome back to my channel. It has been, my gosh, a really long time since I've done a My Little Pony species video, but I cannot tell you how excited I am to talk about this species. Fun fact, this species was not created by me, but was created by my friend named Spidey Ivory. I will link her YouTube in the comments below. Go check her out. She's a good friend of mine. And she has been drawing lots of spider art and has drawn her character, her VTuber, which is a spider, as a pony. And I really liked the species. I thought it was really unique. So we decided to come up with a species together. Obviously, I'm coming up with most of the lore while she came up with the design. But I absolutely love this. This is going to be called Spider Ponies. So if you do not like spiders or bugs, this video may not be for you. But if you are a fan of bugs and arachnids, then stay tuned because you might be able to win a free adopt from me. That is a spider pony. I will be giving away 4 characters. All you have to do is stay to the end of the video to learn how to enter. And yeah, it will be picked on June 30th. So first, let's talk about what exactly you have to have, all the criteria in order for you to have a spider pony. There are very simple things that you can have to make a spider pony. So grab a base, make some line art, and just start with a basic pony base and let's add on to it. So first off, they must have at least 1 extra pair of legs. They can either be 1 extra pair or 2 extra pairs. So they can have up to 8 legs or as low as 6, but they must at least have 1 extra pair of legs, and they are a little bit smaller than their other legs and a little bit higher on their body, and they are used to help them traverse webs. Now, for eyes, they must have at least 2 eyes, but the normal amount of eyes is 8. But if you want to have less eyes and you don't want to draw that many eyes, that's totally fine. But I would recommend at least having at least 6. I think 6 is a good amount of eyes, but I recommend doing the full 8 because more eyes on a spider is always cool. The white of the eyes can either be black or a darker shade of the eye color or white, though I think black looks the best. They do have spider butts, and who does not love spider butts? Come on, they're really cool, especially those spiders that like to wag and like dance and stuff. Makes their butts look so good. So they're going to have abdomens. So instead of having a hair for a tail like most ponies, they're going to have an abdomen that is used for spinning webs. Their hooves are very soft. They're softer than a normal pony's hooves, and they are cloven hooves and look a lot more like spider toes than regular hooves. On to fangs. They can either have fangs, mandibles, or both. I recommend if you want a more spider-looking pony to use the mandibles as well as the fangs, but if you don't want to use mandibles, fangs are allowed as well. Now, for height depends on the type of spider you are basing your pony on, but remember that female spiders are naturally bigger than males, so the female spiders in this species are going to be a little bit bigger than the males. That pretty much covers what they look like and what you need to have in order to make a spider pony. So what exactly lore-wise was I able to come up with? So lore-wise, spider ponies are from the open desert. Now, this isn't the desert you probably are thinking of with sand dunes and tons of sand and just sand everywhere. Lots of sand. There is nothing but sand. I'm thinking more of like a desert that still has plants and foliage. Think of Texas. Texas is kind of like a desert. You have the top layer, which is sand, and then you have a layer that is like clay, and then you have like dirt. That kind of desert, kind of open terrain type of desert. I like to think they're also outside of Equestria, so they're very unknown to the point that ponies don't even know they exist. By the way, I think if ponies figured out that spider ponies existed, they would treat them just as harshly as they treated the changelings, especially since most people hate spiders. I cannot tell you how many times I've seen a spider and screamed my lungs off because I'm absolutely terrified of them. But ponies would probably be the same, and they would probably absolutely hate the spider ponies. So they live underground in tunnels that were built out of the dirt and clay and sand. And they were built over a millennia of years, like years and years and years. So we have like just tunnels and underground tunnels everywhere that connect to one another and just go on for like the whole desert, just spanning all underground. So just think you're walking around and just all underground are tunnels with spider ponies in them. So their tunnels are a lot cooler than you'd think. They are also pitch black. If you were to somehow find yourself in a spider pony tunnel, you would not be able to see anything around you, and you would also most likely get stuck in one of their webs because webs are everywhere along the walls, especially since spider ponies have a special kind of fur that prevents them from sticking to their webs. Normal pony fur would just automatically stick and they would be, who knows, eaten alive or something. In order to get into their tunnels, however, there is usually only 1 or 2 doors, and the doors completely blend into the ground. Have you guys ever heard of a trap door spider? Basically, they make a door using the surrounding area of their tunnel, and they can close it or open it whenever they want. That's kind of the vibe we're going for. So spider ponies do get cutie marks like normal ponies. However, I like to think that most of their designs for cutie marks have some type of web involved, like some type of webbing around their butt, and then in the middle there would be some other type of cutie mark. I just think that's a cute idea. Though they don't have to have a web, I think it would make a lot of sense if there was a web involved in their cutie mark. Especially since they never leave their tunnels. I like to think that they never leave their tunnels, at least. That's why no one ever knew they existed. In their tunnels, everything you can think of is made out of webs. From their beds, their fashion, their books, and anything you could ever want is made out of their webs. So, webs are in high demand. There are going to be ponies that are really good at making webs, who make finer webs and silk than other spiders. These are going to be called the web weavers, and they are going to have the main role of making fine silks that are used for clothes, bedding, and everything they could ever need. Another thing is they probably have warriors, and I like to call them the claws, who are the warrior type ponies. And of course, I think this role would mainly be filled by female spiders, since female spiders are bigger. So these pony spider females are going to be the bigger warrior protector type people, where the tinier males are going to be more of the web weavers who make things for the rest of the hive. But what do you think? Do you think spider ponies is a cool idea? I like to think of them kind of like changelings. I love the changelings, by the way. I love that they look like bugs. I thought that was really interesting and really inspiring. So I just wanted to talk about this species that my friend made. Thank you, Ivy, for letting me talk about this species on my channel, by the way. But if you've made it this far into the video, you're probably excited to know that yes, I am going to be giving away 4 spider ponies that I think are absolutely adorable. And all you have to do to win is comment down below and like this video. And just like that, you are entered to win. I will be picking a winner on June 30th, so make sure to enter before then and check back on June 30th to see if you won. I will be tagging the people who won in the comments, and then all you have to do to get your adopt is message me on Twitter or on Instagram, and boom bada bing, you have your character. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know I sure did, and I hope all your dreams come true. Bye bye.